tonight. It's such a special time for y'all. I know so many people strive to be in the seats that you're in, and y'all did it. So a round of applause to yourselves, because it's awesome that you're all stars and that you're here. It's always fun, but also humbling to speak to the people that are real winners. You know, you're obviously the impact players on your teams and in your conference, and it's really cool for me because I share a same passion with you in that I truly love the game of volleyball. It was my life forever. I also played basketball, but volleyball became my favorite quickly. And in high school, it was a constant battle and war. I'm from Oregon, and I just loved the game. And I was sitting really in the seats that you're sitting in not too terribly many years ago, wondering, you know, what the future was going to be like, but also trying to enjoy the moment. And so I want to encourage you to enjoy the moment. You're seniors, you're going to play an All-Star game tomorrow, and that's awesome. And also, though, to have a vision for your future. And I'll tell you, volleyball and sports in general, I can't tell you the intangible lessons and what I learned about teamwork, about perseverance, what that brought into my marriage, what that brought into raising kids, what that brought into building businesses that I have built, and how much sports taught me those things that I took right into business. And so whether after this senior year you're going to be going to play more volleyball, or whether you're going to be going into your careers, or whether you're going to go into college, remember what you learned from all of this experience in volleyball. So what I want to tell you about tonight is I want to get in your head and really make you hungry to go fulfill your passion in the next 10 minutes. Because go fulfill your potential. I want to talk about really what the mindset is that you need to be an impact player on the court as well as off the court. Because as well as you know, volleyball doesn't last forever. And I'm sure your parents have told you, make sure you go get an education, make sure you find something you want to do with your life. And there are certain mentalities that you have to win on the court that you can take with you that'll help you win off the court, which has really been what the focus for both my husband and I since we left college sports. So just take a second right now and envision where you'll be in 2 years. Just think about how old you'll be. How old will you be in 2 years, and where do you want to be? How about 5 years, right? Adults, this is good for us to do too. Where are you going to be in 5 years? And you too can think about how old you are if you want, right? That's not always a fun task. But where are you going to be in 5 years? Because I'm telling you, a vision does 3 things for you. A vision helps you make the difficult decisions. It helps you be willing to pay the price when it gets frustrating and tough. And it helps you overcome your fears. It is crucial that you have a vision for what you want to accomplish in your life and come back to that vision and refine it and renew it and cultivate it as you get older. What and who do you want to be? And what are you willing to go do about it? These were questions that I asked myself as a senior in high school with a dream that one day I could maybe play college volleyball, and then I got so fortunate and blessed to get a full ride to the University of Southern Mississippi. And can you imagine the lifestyle change that was going from Oregon to the Deep South? It was crazy. It was a really crazy experience, and tonight I don't have the time to tell you my story, but it was a very interesting experience, and I'll tell you every single thing that I went through and the refinement process that I went through in leaving home and going to college and being a part of a team and taking a stand for what I believe in has made me into the person I am today. And so I ask you that, again, who do you want to be, and what are you willing to do about it? Because talk is one thing, as y'all know, action is another. What you do today, what you do tomorrow is very important because you're exchanging a day of your life for it. Many of us know people that have passed on young. I have friends that have. My husband already has, we're young, that have teammates passing away, and that's happening. So what you choose today, you're exchanging a day of your life for that. So choose wisely, because success lies in your consistent daily choices. Consistency is key. And impact players are more afraid of mediocrity than they are of failing. And you know this because you're an all-star. You're going to go out there at game time, and if it's game point, you probably want the set. That's why you're in this chair. And that's exactly how I was. Take that into your life with you. Take that mindset, take that intensity into your life with you. Impact players realize that mediocrity loves to drag excellence down to its level. And that's why it's important that people like you are on your teams to bring out the best in other people, to raise their level, but at the same time, guarding your standards and going after what you want to fight for. Impact players have a contagious confidence. People like to be around you because you're confident. Confidence is not walking into your room, right, or a gym with your nose up in the air thinking you're better than everybody else. Confidence, true confidence, is being able to walk into the room or the gym and not having to compare yourself to anybody else in the first place. Because you're confident in who you are and you're not judging yourself based on anybody else because you know they were uniquely created and have different gifts necessarily than you do. So have a contagious confidence and fear mediocrity if you're going to fear anything. Another huge thing for impact players, because I'll tell you, as an impact player, when we have the mountaintop experiences, we're awesome, right? But we also get hard. In the valleys, we get hit hard because oftentimes we care more than the average person. Because we work harder, we don't understand how that other person can't work hard. And so we have to realize that every struggle that we go through has made us into the person that we are today. And your perseverance through those struggles will determine your success and your future. Impact players always understand that there's a purpose in the pain. Even if you don't know why something happens, you know somewhere down the road you're going to figure out why. When I tore my ACL, anybody in here ever had an injury? Okay, a few hands go up. My senior year at Southern Miss, I tore fifth game, right? We all know what it's like in fifth game. It's intense. We were playing against South Florida, which they were #1 in the conference at that time in Conference USA, and we were about to beat their tail. And it was awesome, and we were the total underdogs. And I went up for a hit, their blockers came under the net, and I came down on their foot, boom. ACL torn, meniscus torn, season over. But I'll tell you, as devastating as that was at the time, and like that doesn't even define it properly. Devastating doesn't even define it. It was awful. I had all these high hopes, all these goals to finish my senior year strong with my team. But I'll tell you, now having lived through that, the compassion that that's given me, how many times I've been able to walk someone else through a hard time, all those things, and the gratitude that it gives me for being healthy and being able to work out and make those choices, it was worth it to go through that injury. It was meant to be able to refine me to who I am today. One of my favorite quotes by Ernest Hemingway is, "We are all broken, that's how the light gets in." And so we just have to remember that the scars that we bear will be a message of hope for somebody else in the future. And hold on to that faith when you're going through a hard time, when you're frustrated with a coach, if you're having problems with a certain player on your team. I know that never happens. When you go through hard times, you have to know there's some lesson out there that you're supposed to learn. Impact players realize that before every workout, before every good choice, before every discipline, there's a race between your mind and an excuse. You're going to rationalize yourself out of it, and the people around you that don't necessarily have the same standard, that may be morally, that may be physically, being at a certain fitness level, that may be nutritionally, that there's going to be a race to whether you make the good decision to go get your training in or be lazy. And misery loves company, right? Laziness loves company. And so you need to get rid of your excuses. And one thing I found in my life is that once I got rid of all my excuses, I found my results. Once I stopped blaming other people, I found my results. And if you want to find that success, if you want to find your passion, you have to put action behind that. Excuses will always be there for you, and opportunity won't. And I wish I had more people when I was younger tell me that. You can rationalize away and make excuses, but dang it that you're going to miss opportunity because you're not going to recognize the opportunity. And winners know that you have to win your mind, and dreams don't work unless you do. So you need to go out every day, even if you're the top person on your team right now, and you need to act like you're not starting and that you're earning a starting position every practice. And if you do that, you'll go into your college teams, you'll go into business, you'll go into life, ready to bring your 100% all the time. Don't let your own worst enemy live between your own 2 ears. Everyone needs to say that to themselves. When you doubt, when you speak fearful things to yourself, then all that does is hinder your success. One thing I always like to tell myself personally is, with faith, I'll move mountains. With doubt, I'll create them. Did you hear that? With faith, you'll move mountains. With doubt, you'll create mountains that aren't even there. They're just in your head. You're creating them. And you can't expect people to understand your grind when God didn't give them your vision. You have a vision, right? That doesn't mean everybody else is going to understand your vision. So I encourage you to focus on your grind, focus on your vision, so that you can get to the results that you want. It is really easy to mistake the cocoon for a tomb. A butterfly goes into a dark place for a period of time so that it can gain its wings and fly. So many times we as humans have to go to a dark place, a low point, to recognize our needs and to eventually fly. But a lot of times our mind convinces us that it's a tomb, that we will never accomplish our goals. Don't mistake the cocoon for a tomb. Keep persevering until the dream that God placed in your heart takes flight. Have a heart of gratitude. Use your gifts and talents to bring out the best in others and have a positive influence on the world. And when you're doing those things, those are the recipe and the keys to happiness. That you will find your happiness amongst that kind of attitude. Throw kindness around like confetti. It is actually unbelievable how it feels to do things for other people. I see so much of this generation that their agenda is what is in it for me? What is free? What is the bare minimum that I have to do to get by? Impact players understand the value of encouragement, of a note, of saying please, of saying thank you, and throwing kindness around literally like confetti, because it touches everybody that's around you when you do that. And when you have that kind of mindset, you're going to have people cheer you on. And then the people who are your haters, is kind of the term now, people who don't want to see you succeed, right? You're not going to focus on them. You're just going to try to bring out the best in them too, because that's the way your mind works. It takes a training in your mind. Last but not least, don't let yesterday's mistakes sabotage today's attitudes. Every morning you wake up with a new day, a new challenge, a renewed vision, hopefully, where you can go fight for your goals and dreams, or you can cower and create your mountains and have your pity party. And as impact players, we don't have the mind that dies quickly. We have to go out there and encourage those around us, at the same time have the people that are building into us to make sure that we're not taking on too much. I'm super proud of y'all for being here. I can't tell you how fun it is to be around a bunch of volleyball players. I hope you will take some of this information that I gave you, because several years ago I was in your same position, and I'm telling you, it is so cool to persevere through. Play your sports. I've been married over 15 years. I have 3 kids. We have a great financial business. I have a website. I've written books. You will take this drive that has put you in the seat, and you will take it and you will go impact your influence with this healthy mindset, and it really is a beautiful thing. So have fun at your game tomorrow night, and I appreciate your time.